Guys, let's take it now to our college football rumors recruiting edition, you can say. First up, Tom, Hugh Freeze is going to join Alabama's staff.
Quite a bit of buzz around this one here. There's been reports from Bruce Feldman and from Clay Travis and Travis reporting that he actually interviewed for the job. We're going to give it, though, only 2 CFP logos because we don't think it's kind of more in the rumor meter. He's not the favorite for the OC job, but James, I actually could see it happening because what better spot to go be to go rehab your stock as a coach than Alabama? That is like rehab central for coaches.
Well, we've
Kiffin,
seen
Sark.
We've seen Kiffin do it. We've seen Sark. He one game when he got an offensive coordinator job in the NFL with the Falcons, an offensive machine that's not really working out as well as I think he had hoped. But no one else can pull this off with as bad of a reputation that Hugh Freeze left Ole Miss with and shambles they left in the program. No one outside of Art Briles has a worse reputation in college football right now. And you know what? What's someone going to say to Nick Saban? It's like, hey, what do I owe to you, media member or fan? I bring in people, they give me either 2 or 3 years, and they go on to bigger and better things. So this would be great for Hugh Freeze. I think, Tom, based on what I saw at his few years at Ole Miss, I think it'd be great for Alabama too.
It would be.
I don't know why this isn't being I think people are dismissing it as like, oh, there's no way that's going to happen. But I think it's a good move for both parties.
I think it's firmly on that 50-50 side of things right now.
Yep.
All right, well, we're giving 2 college football playoff logos, which means people are talking that Hugh Freeze could join Alabama staff. Well, let's take it to our college football rumor explainer, you guys, before we move on to the next one. So no college football logos means fake news.
Fake news!
There we go. I was waiting for that one. One college football playoff logo means we're saying there's a chance.
Saying there's a chance. Probably not going to happen, but we're saying there's a chance.
Got to throw that one in there. 2 college football playoff logos means
people are talking.
People are
50-50. Some saying yes, some saying no. We don't know for sure, but
firmly
it's
in that rumor category.
Exactly.
And 3 college football playoff logos means it's pretty likely.
Probably going to happen, but there's still some room for things to change.
Yeah, things fall apart at the last minute, but the 3 logos usually happen.
Especially in college where kids are involved, man.
Most
They
definitely.
make changes all the time.
It's all about the kids.
And 4 college football playoff logos means UCF national champs.
That's
Tom?
the reality, man. Like, if they won the national championship, I'm sorry, Bama fans, UCF won. They
It's
went
happening,
undefeated.
no
They beat
doubt.
Auburn.
So on other shows, we've got FACK Harbaugh, we've got Fact News, now we've got UCF national champions.
Des caught it.
I like it. Basically means it's 100%, it's happening. Whether that's been announced or not, Tom, there's no turning back now.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, let's get into our second college football rumor. Nick Saban and Jim McElwain, former Florida Gator head coach, have had multiple discussions about the offensive coordinator position.
We're
That's
giving this
up.
one 3 logos here because this probably happened, and this is coming from Tide Sports, so it's not coming from maybe one of the more reputable sources. But this makes just so much sense, though, James. So we do think it's pretty likely because McElwain was a Bama OC. He's now looking for a job. With that said, we don't think he's going to be the Bama OC.
Well, the offense that he ran was kind of like Alabama under Saban BC, right? It was the old offense at Alabama. That's not what they run anymore, Tom. Since he left, they had Doug Nussmeier for a few years, and then Kiffin came in for 3 years. Then we've got the guy whose name I'm already forgetting that's on the Bills. But they're running completely different offense. And with Tua Tagovailoa, we know how to
just call him Tua the GOAT.
We know how to pronounce it. Few others do. But with him as your quarterback, and with the running back stable that they have, and the wide receiver stable that they have, I don't think you want to go back to a McElwain offense unless he's changed something. But what I saw for 3 years, 2.5 years at Florida, I don't think that's the right hire for him. But it makes a lot of sense. He trusts very few people, I think, with his coaching reins other than McElwain. He kind of was the Kirby Smart before Kirby Smart.
Yeah. All right, guys, we're giving that one 3 college football playoff logos, which means it's pretty likely that Saban and McElwain have discussed the offensive coordinator position. Next up at number 3, Khalil Tate didn't want to play for Navy's head coach, Tom.
Oh, this one is 4 CFB logos, man, because this happened, man. And Khalil Tate, when you're tweeting stuff, you got to remember, it's always going to be there. Khalil Tate tweeted it out. I didn't come to Arizona to run the triple option, which I don't blame him, even though he did misspell triple, to be fair. I don't blame him. I wouldn't run the triple option either. It's 2018.
Yeah, I mean,
no one runs that
So Ken Niumataloloa
nailed it.
Nailed it, probably.
But it was very close.
It's fine. I think it's Tua's uncle, I think. They may have similar last names. Joking. But I get the tweet, Tom. I don't know why you send it, but
he's right.
That would have been a bad hire for Arizona.
Yeah.
I really think with Kevin Sumlin out there, they made a pretty dang good hire.
Great
and
hire.
It fits what Khalil Tate does. Have you heard of a guy named Johnny Johnny Manziel? Well, he dominated college football for 2 years, maybe not winning national titles, but on the field with his stats, puts up absurd stats up. Who is his head coach? Well, Kevin Sumlin. Well, who is Khalil Tate? Remind me, a lot of it is Johnny Manziel.
Yeah.
So
Totally
I agree with it. Got the tweet out, but you never beat the screenshot. With iPhones out there now, this quick screenshot,
Instant.
you're never going to get away with the tweet that you can delete.
Oh, yeah.
And that is 4 college football playoff logos because UCF champs, it happened.
Yeah.
National champs. All right, let's take it
That's
now.
the reality.
It is. So let's take it now to our number 4 rumor. Keyshawn Johnson Jr. to Arizona.
Giving this one 4 logos as well because this is going to happen. It's coming from Rivals.com, reported Forrest. And this kind of makes sense, I think, for Arizona. That they get a highly coveted receiver. He was a 4-star guy coming out of Southern California. Went to Nebraska. That did not last long. James was cited for marijuana and drug paraphernalia possession in June. And then he left the program, and he's like, I'm going to go get a fresh start somewhere else.
Seems to have kind of quite a few off-the-field issues,
Yeah.
Tom. I think a fresh start works for him. I mean, Sumlin was not necessarily known as the disciplinarian at Texas A&M,
Yeah.
so maybe it's not the right fit with him. But he had to get out of Nebraska. They weren't, playing him a lot. He was getting off the field trouble. So this is going to happen, it sounds like, and we'll see what happens. He might, kind of re-energize his career. So, that one's a UCF national champs, and it looks like it's going to go down.
Okay, guys, moving on. Number 5. We're giving this one also 4 college football playoff trophies. Tennessee quarterback Quinten Dormady to transfer.
If you have the Chat Sports app, you actually got this notification months ago when it was forced word that he was going to consider transferring. Now he has officially announced it. He tweeted out that he's going to leave the program, and this kind of makes sense, James. He got benched for redshirt freshman Garantano. Didn't look all that great. Now he's going to go look elsewhere. I think he could end up at a Group of 5 school and maybe try and make an impact there.
What does the Downey-o-meter say? Where do they have him landing?
Great question. Memphis would do pretty well with a Tennessee transfer. Why not there?
Right down the street.
Yeah, makes sense. Then it barely has to move.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, lastly on our rumor list, K.J. Carta-Samuels is going to UCLA.
Another transfer. This was a bit of a surprise because not often you see inter-Pac-12 transfers. Normally that's blocked, but Chris Peterson said, no, we'll give you the full release. He announced it as well. He told CBS Sports that. Actually, this is a pretty good fit. A former 4-star recruit. UCLA needed a quarterback because they don't have a whole lot with Josh Rosen leaving for the NFL.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. I am surprised, like you usually don't see, especially quarterbacks. The schools are really, they don't want to give away, tips and tricks and know your offense. And quarterbacks are the commodity. There's only one of them per, on the field at any given time. So surprised to say at least. Also, Chip Kelly coming in. I think a lot of people had a bad taste in just how he ramped the score back in the day.
Yeah.
But Chris Peterson and him didn't have a ton of on the field battles by any means. So probably not as much bad blood as it would be like with a David Shaw or something like that.
Yes.